Welcome in, everyone. Before we get into tonight's update, I need to give you a quick synopsis of what to expect. We have a very urgent XRP technical analysis we have to look at and see if we do get a rejection up here at these resistant levels. And I'll show you exactly what you need to watch out for when we get into the charts. But we're also going to go over, for the first time, XRP versus XLM. I'm going to show you 5 key differences and the main purposes of each of them in comparison when you compare XRP and XLM and the basic differences. And it might give you, a better understanding of why you shouldn't only invest in XRP, but why I firmly believe you have to invest in XLM as well. And in the future, you'll thank me for doing exactly that. So I'm going to play the intro here. Make sure that like button helps push me through the analytics. But this is going to be a very informative update and a very, very crucial update when it comes to the charts and what is lying ahead. Good evening, 5:49 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Tuesday, February 7th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So as you can see, the DXY is at about 103.345. The Dow Jones was up 265 points. The S&P was down 25. So it's been an interesting day. We had a big volatile swing today when Powell talked today. So, but right now, to pay attention to the DXY, this uptrending support, which we knew earlier, we talked about coming back down here and retesting this area, and it looks like, as of right now, it's done exactly that. And this was kind of a test for consolidation, is what it's looking like. And it almost hit this target almost perfectly. But we'll see if it comes up here and presses it exactly, or if it ends up continuing down. But it looks like, to me, it's likely not done yet. This doesn't look like it's done yet. This is a weird, if this built a topping reversal, it could be, but we have to see if this came down and then all of a sudden created what could be like this looks weird. So we're going to see if this bearish cross happens, and if it does, we might have to come down to 102.82. If not, come all the way back down here to 101.912 when we came back up through here. So we're going to have to watch the DXY very closely, but enough of that. I'm more important about going over the XRP chart and the XML chart, or the XLM chart today, because I'm going to compare the both of them for everybody to see. I always get asked all the time, and I firmly believe you have to have a 1-to-1 holding between XLM and XRP. So if you have 10,000 shares of XRP, it's in your best interest to at least hold the same amount of shares. Not saying dollar value, but at least pick up, $900 worth of XLM if you're going to buy $4,000 worth of XRP is my point. So we get into the charts, XRP. We'll do the technicals first, and then we'll get into the juicy stuff. So XRP right now is fighting to get back into this ascending triangle. We got to get back up here to this flat support, but we do have like a descending resistance that's forming, this downtrending resistance, which you could say it's building a descending triangle in here as well. But I've got both resistance, so if we were to pop up and actually break this at 403 approximately, it was 40 cents back here, but now it's about the 403 level. As we continue to go up the uptrend, we would have to break this downtrending resistance about 4067, and then ultimately we'd have to pop back up and break that 413 level. So that's what we're looking at right now. And then if we look at possibly if we do get rejected here, the down points that we really have to still pay attention to is we're going to have to hit these lower levels again, the 39 cent like we've talked about, and it didn't cease to fail yet. So you'd have 39 cents under there. Then you'd have to break through about that 385, about 386 double bottom down there that it's created. And then the 382 is important. And then if you break that to 371, 355, but that's not even important right now. Right now we've got to pay attention to the structure that we've created and see if maybe this pattern's flipped a little bit here, and now it's more bearish. Whoops, let me get rid of this. And what I mean by that is we can start to flip this now. And what I'm talking about is like we might be forming something like this here. We could come through here even and say, well, maybe it was something like this and we had a fake out to the downside. And we could have something like that, but I almost want to say we could be a little more bold here now and say, what if we're creating something like this? And it is starting to come through here a little bit, you know, and we'll see if we get rejected there. But we could be forming something in here where we got this like downtrending support, downtrending resistance, and now we actually might be forming a descending triangle. Now that we've fallen out of the ascending triangle, which would be more than possible, because once you break that, then the descending resistance, so the falling resistance on the downtrending right here would take over. Before, we could still say symmetrical, flat support, flat support, flat support, flat support, flat support, but it was hitting as resistance. But we tried to use it every time as support, couldn't do it. Until ultimately we got rejected in here. Now we're coming back around. Again, if this hits right here, it's going to confirm this downtrending resistance over for the first time that symmetrical support or that flat support that was being used as resistance. So we never were able to turn it into support. We were never able to turn this downtrending line into support either. They both acted as resistance. Now we're going to see if the patterns completely went bearish. And you would know that if we get rejected at approximately this 406 level in here. I like that, 406. But also, the first layer is right here. We're already at first layer at about the 403 level, 4026. So that's what you need to watch out for XRP. And then for XLM, and I love XLM, and we'll be talking a lot about XLM. It's still within the same pattern. So I've talked about this a lot, but we haven't looked at it in a few days. But right now we've got, this is somewhat in a bull flag here for XLM. I mean, if you look at it in the 30-minute, but we got resistance, support, support, resistance, resistance. Coming back up. Is it going to hit resistance again here at 092? If it does, then it's got to come back to the downtrending resistance. I mean, if this ends up being a bullish pattern, you'd have to get on top of here. And you'd have to hold the 09252 level approximately. And then you could come up to the 099. And this is what we've been watching for quite a while, actually. We've been in a down and sideways consolidation here since January 22nd. A little bit sooner. Yeah, about January 22nd. So we've just been watching this pattern try to play out. And it's getting smaller and smaller. This downtrending resistance and slightly downtrending support. So you see what's happening here. It's tightening. And I like to think that it's kind of in a bull flag here just because of the way it broke up. And a lot of, everybody's got their own interpretation. But to me, that looks like a bull flag playing out. And we'll see if it breaks. Then you turn into that Bart Simpson top. And then it has deadly consequences as you probably come down to the 081 and retest it. But anyhow, I want to get into the differences between XRP and XLM. The main differences. And then I'll follow it up with the 5 key differences at the end. So I'm going to flip the screen here a little bit, and then I'll end this update after that. So I appreciate everybody, and make sure to hit that like button as I go into this next screen. So a little background. XRP and XLM are both digital assets in the cryptocurrency market. XRP is a digital asset created by Ripple Labs with the purpose of facilitating fast, low-cost cross-border payments. It operates as a bridge currency, allowing for the quick conversion of one currency to another without the need for intermediaries. Stellar XLM is a decentralized open-source payment protocol that aims to connect financial institutions and individuals to facilitate cross-border payments. It also operates as a bridge currency, but with a focus on serving the unbanked population and promoting financial inclusion. Both XRP and XLM have similar goals but differ in their approach and target audience. XRP is aimed at large financial institutions and banks, while XLM is focused on serving the unbanked population and promoting financial inclusion. Additionally, the governance and decentralization models of both assets differ, with XRP being more centralized and Stellar being more decentralized. So that's quick to the point. And then I got the 5 key differences so that you don't have to sit here and hear me talk for like 10 minutes about this, but I'm going to cram it in real quick since we already looked at the chart. So purpose. XRP was created by Ripple Labs to facilitate fast, low-cost cross-border payments, while XLM was created to connect financial institutions and individuals to facilitate cross-border payments with a focus on serving the unbanked population and promoting financial inclusion. 2, governance and decentralization. So these are the 5 things you need to pay attention to. If you're looking to buy into XRP or XLM, I would highly advise you to buy both. Same amount of shares, not same dollar amount, but if you buy 10,000, or not shares, but tokens, if you buy 10,000 tokens of XRP, get 10,000 tokens of XLM. XRP has a more centralized structure with the majority of its supply controlled by Ripple Labs. Stellar, on the other hand, has a more decentralized structure with its governance controlled by the Stellar Development Foundation. The target audience of XRP is large financial institutions and banks, and XLM targets the unbanked population, aiming to promote financial inclusion. Transaction speeds for XRP are faster and less expensive compared to XLM transactions. And then token distribution. XRP has a more unequal distribution with the majority of its supply controlled by Ripple Labs, while XLM has a more equitable distribution with tokens distributed through various initiatives aimed at promoting financial inclusion. So that's the key differences between them both. That's the key differences between maybe why you'd want to invest in both, even without being like, oh, XRP is better in this or XLM is better in this part. They both play a key role for cross-border payments. One's financial, one's individual, one's for the financial industries or the institutional, the big businesses, the bankers, and the others for the individual. Make a wise choice. If you want to use the exchanges I use, look in the video description below. There's a link for MEXC. As you don't need a VPN, you can trade XRP in your ISO coins and even trade the futures. BitGet, you can do the same, but you need a VPN in the USA. And then if you want to join Tom's Army, there's a link in the video description below. Hashtag be better, do better.